Oh, what's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope you guys are having a wonderful end of your week. Thank you for wrapping it up with me here on 412 Productions this afternoon. Shout out to all of you guys watching live, hanging out for the pre-show. Let's get it started by saying hello to all of our friends. Wherever you're at, wherever you're watching, jump into your chat, say hello. I'll do my best to give each and every one of you a little shout out before we officially begin this broadcast. At the top of the 4 o'clock hour, I see Lino Vincent, Norm, Hang 10, and we got Q-Oys, Lucy Anders, and John Q all over in the mosh pit on D Live. What's up, guys? Great to be with you all over there. Joe Elaine keeping Rumble nice and comfy, doing her mod thing, and then Liberty's Great Awakening chatting away over there on Rumble. Hit that thumbs up button if you're watching on Rumble. Share that link as well. Twitter, Cloud Hub, Odyssey, and yeah, all you guys, YouTube too, I guess. Make sure you guys share the link. We don't call you guys out individually, but I do appreciate your viewership. And of course, all of you guys hanging out over on the Comfy Bunker, in the Comfy Bunker on pilled.net, the exclusive place to watch the second hour of this broadcast. And yeah, the home of free speech as far as live streaming goes anyway. Let's see who's hanging out with us today. Patriot 714 out there in there first. What's up, Patriot? We got Floyd, Due Diligence. Also, there's Delia. What's up, Delia? How are you? Good, great to see you. And Floyd hooked us with a fajita Friday for most, but so happy it's Thursday cookie for me. Well, happy Friday / Thursday, Floyd. Hopefully tomorrow's day goes smoothly for you and doesn't get in the way of your weekend too much. Joe Elaine modding the chat over in the Comfy Bunker as well. Joe, thank you so much for all you do. Glad to see you're feeling better. HL Paco, what's going on, my friend? How are you today? Let's see who else. There's Mistborn. I haven't seen Mistborn in a minute. How you been, buddy? Hope all is well. It's so good to see you in the chat, sir. Dread Quarters. What's up, Dread Quarters? How you doing, bud? Good to see you as well. There's Laura Y repping the 412. Let's go, Laura. How are you today? Barb Robbins, there's Norm in the Comfy Bunker as well, double dipping. Hang 10, Fazik, what's up? Tweety 52, great to see you. R Harold out there as well. What's up, Harold? How are you? Qhio 17 out there as well. What's up, guys? Range Pony, what's up, Range Pony? Snow Bunny 68, General Buford. Good afternoon, Mr. Gerardo. Great to see you. And all right, everyone telling me that I forgot to turn the sound on. Cali Patriot 14, welcome. Yes, mute gate indeed. I am good for at least one of those a week, it would appear. Facts, not fear. Great to see you. Filter Dog 1. How are you, sir? Jeff Den in the house. Welcome. Sammy Lou, Flawless in USA. Mistborn dropping a can, says much love, 412 and friends. Thank you so much for the can there, Mistborn. Cheers, buddy. Again, it's great to see you. It's been way too long. Leanna Wilbert, what's up, Leanna? How are we today? Roy, Stones and Bones over on the West Coast. Let's go, Roy. We got Truth Teller 101 out there. Mistborn says coming in from Crakalactaca. All right. Thank you for the can, bud. Again, it's so good to see you. Sammy Lou, welcome. I think I just said hi to you twice. That's all right. Don Ritchie 17 and Warrior in the Garden out there as well. There's Clover Lily. What's up, Clover? How are you today? Sergeant Sparky, Kimha, and Lynn's over it, dropping 117 gold pills. Thank you so much, Lynn. I appreciate that very much. Just Fed Up, Born Deplorable, and PNW Sasquatch out there. Welcome, guys. There's A from PA. What's up, A? Secret Weapon. How are you? Mistborn with another can. Says awesome haircut, Adel. Thank you. Appreciate that. Got that done yesterday morning. And yeah, I think he did a nice job, really nice job this time. I've been going to the same guy now for about, I don't know, a year. And I like the way he cuts my hair. So, but yeah, this one turned out, I thought, really well. Thank you, Mistborn. Nessercat checking in from Wyoming. What's up, Nessercat? We got Trump Red Pill out there, Pip's mom, and Wood Geek. What's up, Wood Geek? Great to see you. And who else? Glow America, ADT 1204 out there. DCM 17 in the house. Did I say how to Trump red pill? I think I did. I'm bad at this today. Filter Dog 1, thank you for the can. Stephanie Spragg out there. There's Poon Slayer. What's up? Great to see a curious one. Hey, Jenny, Lyle. I hope you guys are having an awesome Friday so far, an awesome end to your week. What's up, Cynthia? Good to see you. Mama Bear Patriot out there as well. And Water Wizard hooking us up with a can. Great to see you, Water Wizard. There's Maxanon of the Rise Attire Tribe. Great to see you, Max. Hope all is well. Henry 4570, Spirit 554, Kim Iowa always bringing that energy. What's up, Kim? Great to see you as well. There's Boys Blanc dropping a cookie. Thank you, Boys Blanc. And then Mistborn says, I'm a straight male, but I'm okay with saying the haircut looks hot. LOL. I appreciate that. All right. I'll take a compliment anywhere I can get one. Glass Wanda, thank you so much. And all right. Let's go ahead and get this show officially underway. Shovelhead, thank you for the can. So sup, Adel. Good to see you, my friend. All right. Let's go. Where's my intro? Here we go. All right, guys, we'll be back in a moment.
We will make America strong again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Y'all for tuning in, Patriots United, doing what we gotta do to win. Be addicted, the MS7, now we're moving in. And once we take over, we won't ever move again. Where we go on, we go all, I say it with pride. No, we won't run, we won't fall, we're right by your side. The demons have taken hold, but none of us will abide. Stand strong, stand bold, that's how we'll survive. 412 is the production, Monday through Friday, deplorable discussions. We're making it hard for the deep state to function. Every time they switch up the narrative, we debunk it. Adel Nero is the power that's controlling the plight. With all the patriots behind them, cause we're all in this fight. So many rhyme for so long, but we're giving them sight. Trapped in the world of darkness, but we're bringing them light. You may even find yourself in a different life. A lot of us have, and honestly, that's perfectly fine. Because exactly where you are at this moment in life is where you're supposed to be at this moment in time. It's all by design, the patriots are holding the line. They must have lost theirs, thinking they're controlling our minds. So many trapped in mental prisons, don't know they're confined. They're just slaves in the system till the roles are assigned. That's sad, the good news is that we're waking them up. They have monopolies on minds, but we're breaking them up. Everything you thought was news, they were making it up. When we ascend, all the tyrants won't be making the cut. Let them all burn in the hellscape they create. We the people already mapped out our escape. We hold each other by the hand as we all elevate and go to a different place. They can never get chased. When I look into the future, I can see that it's bright. When this history is written, they will see that we're right. We formed our own community and the circle is tight, but I expand the circle with every word that I write. The pen is sharper than the sword when you wield it with might. Why do you think they try to kick us off all the sights? These people hate America, punish us out of spite. We are the beacons of hope in the darkness of night. So let's go, strap in, yeah, get ready for the ride. Watch the water, we're witnessing the turning of the tide. Feel the passion and the fire that you got burning inside. Take the narrative that feeding you and turn it to the side. We're alerted to the lies, replacing with the truth. We know the plan they devised, they're invading the youth. Now we're only and advised to start raising our boots. These demons all weaponized. Now we're raising our troops. Now we're raising the roof and sounding the alarm. Remember that it's always darkest before the dawn. Life is a game of chess. They want to use you as a pawn. You're only useful until you're not useful, then you're gone. But not us, we're on the right team where we belong. Everybody is invited, so come follow along. We refuse to say things are right knowing they're wrong. Adel Nero, take the mic and take flight, cause it's on.
And now, straight from the Steel City, it's your host, 412 Adel Nero.
All right, we are back, everybody. Welcome. Happy Friday. We are wrapping up another week here on 412 Productions. My name is Adam Nero. It is Friday, January 19th, 2024. And riding shotgun with me today is my very good friend, my OG, Mr. Tennessee Homesteader. How you doing, man?
I'm doing indoors again because it's frickin' snowing.
Yes.
Um, but hey, I'm doing okay. It's all good. It's all good.
Is it
All my
unusual for
friends.
you to get the kind of snow you're getting down there, Tian? I feel like,
No, it's just well, it's not too bad, but it's what's already on the ground, right? And so this morning we were all because I do the audio visual stuff for the church and the band, right?
Mhm.
So they're all sending me the songs, but and it's okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. And so then then one of the guitarists says, "I don't think so either. We can't get out of our house." And then he proceeds to say, one of the times he had to park his four by and then walk the rest of the way to his house because he can't get to his house. The yeah, one of the other guys is way back and his pump froze up, so he was able to get it thawed out, but he's locked in too. So and she's his wife is the singer, one of the singers. So and my friend's coming back from Florida, and he arrived yesterday, and he's the other guitarist, and the services were canceled because the driveway up to the church is frozen over.
That's
So I'm indoors.
yeah. I when I think of Tennessee, I don't think of a lot of snow, but I guess you guys do get a little bit, huh?
Well, I'm in Northeast, so
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I'm close to Kentucky, Virginia, that kind. So yeah, we get snow. Down central to west is not as bad. Yeah, but they're lower. From Nashville to Memphis is not too bad. They get cold. And north of Nashville, they get some snow. The northern part of Tennessee, closer to Kentucky. But yeah, we do. It's not too bad. It's not like, you know, 10 feet or stuff, which I've known other areas to be. Um, I used to go skiing in Utah, and there was one house that we always went by that actually had a tower. A it was kind of like a periscope type of setup, right? In the middle of the house, all the way up about 15 feet up, and then two windows up on top. And it wasn't a lookout; it was to be able to get out. Swear. It was to be able to get out of the place when it snowed.
That's wild.
That
That's
is wild.
yeah, that's crazy. Uh,
Nothing like that here.
that's good. That's a good thing. Well, hopefully it's not too debilitating with
Nah,
the stuff that you want to get done. And
there's nothing.
I think it's supposed to warm up next week too, at least
Yeah,
around here it is. So it
a
shouldn't be
couple of 60-degree days, 50, 60-degree days will be welcome because then my driveway will get cleaned out and that would be fine.
right
Uh,
on.
but no, that's why I prepare. There's no reason for me to go anywhere.
Yep. It makes it's a huge deal.
Yeah.
Uh, all right. Well, let's take care of our sponsors.
Yep.
And we've got some fun stuff today, Tim. We're not gonna go too heavy news if I can help it. We're gonna have some fun with some other things, and then at the 5 o'clock hour, the pill.net exclusive hour, we are going to be welcoming on Ben and Tina Garrison of gurgraphics.com. Very excited to get them back up here. It's been about a month or so since we've seen them, so they've got probably lots of new cartoons, and it should be a fun little visit. So very much looking forward to the broadcast today. Let's start with our sponsors. We got Earth Garden Botanicals, a wonderful company run by a wonderful woman named Jolene up in Montana. She's a herbalist, a health coach. She is awesome. She makes amazing products, like the white pine needle extract. It's basically a concentrated version of the pine needle tea, great for detox and cleaning out the body. I really have grown to appreciate this stuff, especially when I was sick last week. I think it really played a role in helping get me back up and running. You got your CBD and hemp products, all the ingredients for which are locally grown on Montana farms, small organic Montana farms. It's just super cool. You get really great product at a great price. The CBD tinctures have amazing flavors. The CBD oil for pets is super effective. The R&R Delta 8 nighttime gummies are tasty and will give you a good night's sleep. And there's an arnica salve topical cream for your sore joints and muscles. That comes with CBD infused or without, depending on your preference. So go check all those out. Elderberry tonic is another little concoction that Jolene makes. It is a good boost to the immune system. If you feel a cold coming on, could really be a game changer. That was another thing that helped get me going here. Fire cider is great for clearing your sinuses. And if you're having trouble breathing through your nose, it really will open you up. And then you have your teas, lots of great teas to choose from if you're a tea drinker. Like I already mentioned, the sunshine and pine needle tea. There's some other ones too. Serenity is really good if you're feeling anxious, need to calm down. Golden potion tea, elderberry tea, you name it. And then the critter juice is usually the other product I like to throw out there because it's worked so well for me, keeping mosquitoes and insects away. I will probably be needing this here in about a week or so. I have a little announcement to make about next week's show schedule coming up. So anyway, promo code 412 gets you 10% off everything you see here in the store. So go load up, use the promo code, tell Jolene we said hello, and yeah, earthgardenbotanicals.com. And also we have Diamond Soap Co. DiamondSoapCo.com. Absolutely love this. America First business. Harold and Laura have been married over 30 years. They are Air Force Intel vets. So this is a veteran and family owned small business, an America First small business. They make soaps and body butters, and they make them all handmade here in the United States using organic, all natural ingredients. So everything about this company just screams America First. It's the exact kind of business you want to support, right? The scents, the soaps smell phenomenal. Right now, I'm using the Island Escape, which it kind of reminds me of sipping a pina colada on the beach. Is the best way I can describe the feeling I get when I use the Island Escape. My favorites are the Bonfire and the Kentucky Bourbon. I love both of those very, very much, and I've used pretty much all of them at this point. You really can't go wrong. The green tea cucumber is bright and refreshing, energizing almost. Sweet almond and cedar amber, for whatever reason, feel right this time of year. They're like warm aromas that fill the bathroom. And then I haven't tried the lemongrass. That's one I have not actually tried yet, but it sounds nice. Frankincense and myrrh, that was Lightspear Lance's idea. If you want to try that, Classic Clean is exactly what you think it is. There's some floral scents too, like rose, lavender, and things like that. If you go to the hand soap section, you'll see a bunch of those. There's your lavender, your night violet. Like I said, there's a rose one mixed in here somewhere. I know there is. There it is, wild rose. So, like I said, there's something for everybody here on the shop. DiamondSoapCo.com, promo code 412 gets you 17% off. A great way to vote with your dollars, support the parallel economy, take a few bucks out of the pockets of the Procter and Gambles and Johnson and Johnsons of the world, and support a mom and pop shop, an America First small business like DiamondSoapCo.com. Promo code 412, 17% off at Diamond Soap Co. And then, of course, again, Earth Garden Botanicals, another amazing America First small business, 412 for 10% off over there on all your wellness products. So that is our sponsors for today. Now, what I want to get into is this amazing sound clip by Sean Strickland over at MMA, UFC, I should say. MMA is a sport. UFC is the organization. Tien, have you seen this clip? I guess they were in Canada, and Sean Strickland went to war with some of the woke Canadian journalists. Have you seen this?
No,
yet?
I have not seen that clip. No.
I think you're going to enjoy this. I think it. All right, just a fair language warning. If you don't like the F word, mute your sound for like 7 minutes here. Yeah, because he's gonna swear. So just mute, go away for 7
Is
minutes.
it one of those videos that it's an and to you
and
and
it's not that
also?
it's not that bad, but it is He doesn't mince his words.
Yeah,
And
no, I just
yeah, so but anyway, I thought this was so good, and I think you guys will really appreciate this. So here you go. This is Sean Strickland, who I guess just won a championship. I have no idea what weight class he's in. I don't really follow the sport all that closely, but this was fantastic. Enjoy, guys.
So they let you into Canada.
Oh, this fucking guy. Yeah, man. Fucking here. It was actually really easy to get in here. Really easy. Yeah.
Sean, Neil Davidson from the Canadian Press. Welcome to Canada.
Oh, congratulations. Yeah, fucking the Canadian Press, man. Were you a COVID bank account stealer too? Were you on board with that?
No,
Are you left wing or right wing? Were you a Trudeau? We got one of the fucking commies with a press. We got to know where this man stands. Were you non-biased?
I think I'll ask the questions here.
Oh, he thinks he'll ask. Oh, we fucking know. Maybe I should just pass on this motherfucker. He's gonna go back. He's gonna go back and fucking give my bank account information to fucking Trudeau.
Well, it's probably a good bank account. I wanted to ask you about what life has been like as a champion. I'm sure there have been a lot of pluses, but maybe a few minuses. You're in the public eye now. What has it been like in the short time since you've had the belt?
Oh man, fucking guys, nothing changes, man. You go to Walmart, you get recognized more, but like, you know, my bank account's a little bigger. I mean, it's a little bigger. It's not much bigger. It was a little bigger. I'm not gonna fucking retire after this one, win or lose, you know. I'm not gonna go lay in a fucking bathtub with flower petals, but I don't know, man. It's like, do you guys think that you get a belt and like everything changes? Like, what do you think happens? Like, I get a belt and everything, like all of a sudden, like my dick's made of gold. Like, what do you guys think happens? I get like, what do you think? You know, nothing changes. I'm still the same asshole. I just have this metal. I'm sure it's not even gold. I just have a fucking metal gold plated belt in front of me.
Hey, Sean, over here. I saw you train with Johnny Eblin.
Oh, you're the Canadian.
That's right.
You're not a dirty liberal, though. I've known you for a while. You don't ruin our friendship. Are you a fucking liberal?
I'm not a liberal. No.
Okay.
I didn't vote for Trudeau. Johnny Eblin. What was it like getting a train with?
Wait, you say you're a liberal for Trudeau?
No. I said I was. I did not vote for Trudeau.
Oh, there we go. This guy's the fucking man. That's not the guy. This guy's for the fucking opposition, man. Who gave this guy a fucking press badge? And like, you look at me, and I'm an asshole. I'm making fun of this liberal fuck, you know, like. No offense, man. I mean, you know, I guess we need fucking liberals, you know, kind of, maybe not. But you look at me and I say hard shit. Like, I make fun of my co-main event. I say hard shit. I'm like, oh, Sean, I'm not an asshole. I say everything. I'm just saying what you're thinking.
I did want to ask, you know, you're in Toronto. Welcome. Glad to hear it. It's been great.
Are you Canadian?
Of course I am.
Are you part of the fucking opposition? Are you?
I don't know how to phrase that.
I mean, you got like fucking, yeah.
Well, I did want to ask.
Did you vote for Trudeau?
You know, I'm not going to say.
And let me tell you something right now. If a man says he's not going to say, like, if you ask a motherfucker, did you vote for Biden? He's like, well, I'm not going to say. That's none of your business. He voted for fucking Biden.
Sean,
so, hey.
Sean, I'm glad you've had great experiences.
So this is what I'm talking about, you guys. The enemy of Canada.
Sure.
All right.
That's what it's got to be. It's got to be. We've got a pretty supportive gay and lesbian community in this city. I did want to ask you about something you wrote a couple of years ago. You said, if I had a gay son, I would think I'd...
Oh, look, another. I'm saying to you, the swamp, you guys, the swamp.
You become a champion, you become a star, and some would say...
Let me ask you something. Are you gay?
Have you had the chance to interact with a more diverse crowd of...
Let me know. Are you gay?
Can I get an answer?
Well, no, I'm asking. This is a part of. Are you a gay man?
I'm an ally of the community.
Okay. If you had a son and he was like, you know, you had a son, he was gay, you'd be like, oh man, you don't want a grandkid?
No problem with it.
Oh man, well, dude, you're a weak fucking man, dude. You're part of the fucking problem. You elected Justin Trudeau, like, when he sees the bank accounts, like, you're just fucking pathetic. And the fact that you have no fucking backbone. And has he shut down your fucking country and seized bank accounts? You ask me some stupid shit like that, go fuck yourself. Move the fuck on, man.
Really, that doesn't really answer the question, but I did want to ask also things you said about the trans community. You said this past October when they announced the Bud Light sponsorship that you'd go so hard on Bud Light in your next fight, they'll have to accept me or denounce me when they know what and will know what they stand for. Are you? This
guy's like, hey, this Canadian's not that Canadian.
Are you still going to use your fight time to kind of speak on that?
Here's the thing about Bud Light. 10 years ago, to be trans was a mental fucking illness. And now all of a sudden, people like you have fucking weaseled your way into the world. You are an infection. You are the definition of weakness. Everything that is wrong with the world is because of fucking you. And the best thing is the world's not buying it. The world's not buying your fucking bullshit you're fucking peddling. The world is not saying, you know what? You're right. Fucking chicks have dicks. The world's not saying that. The world's saying, no, there are two genders. I don't want my kids being taught about, who they could fuck in school. I don't want my kids being taught about, their sexual preference. Like, dude, this guy is the fucking enemy. You want to look at the fucking enemy to our world? It's that motherfucker right there, asking these stupid fucking questions. Sorry, I told the UFC I was being nicer. Lance, am I still good with this? Did I cross any lines? A little. What the fuck? I didn't say the F word. You just brought this fucking guy in here to piss me off.
You just did, but just to follow up, I mean, Rick.
Did I say it?
You just did.
No, I didn't say it.
Right there, you did.
Different F word, different word. Yeah. I'm trying to be good, man. I'm trying to be good. I like the fucking gays. Everything. I've never. You guys think I've ever shit on a gay man or shit on a gay woman? I like the gays. It's fucking freedom. We still have it in America. We'll teach you about it. You guys don't have fucking freedom of speech. I'm surprised what I'm saying is probably gonna get fucking. I'm probably gonna get the fucking Canadian government to arrest me. So I don't give a fuck who you fuck. I don't give a fuck what you want to do in life. But don't fucking tell kids about it. Don't teach that shit in fucking school. Don't fucking push your agenda. Don't try to fucking brainwash people. Don't try to go past parents. Don't try to go past all this shit and brainwash people, you fucking cuck.
And last thing, Australia last time, Canada this time. Where are they going to send you next?
Fuck, at least maybe a country with fucking freedom of speech. I want to talk to this fucking guy.
So where? What's your
fucking America, Vegas, bro? Like anywhere in America, fucking A. I mean, I like. Here's the thing about Canadians, guys. I love Canadians. I've never met a Canadian that I didn't like until today. Every time I meet a Canadian, they love guns. They love fucking freedom. They like women. And I keep thinking, how come all these Canadians I know, how is Canada so fucked up when all these Canadians I meet are awesome? And I meet this fucking guy. And I just think there might be a lot more of these guys I don't know about.
I mean, you're gonna go to a champion in the UFC and ask him about gay. Like, how fucking stupid can you be?
So tone deaf, right?
No shit.
In the liberal media about this, they want it. That's what they wanted. They got what they wanted from it, right? Because
it was one of those plant type questions, the same way that when they ask about white supremacy, to denounce white supremacy and that kind of shit. It's the same, But
what do they want? Do you think they're Tien? Are they more? Do they want him to say like the PC thing there and get him to
UFC?
No. So the reporter, right? Because he had made comments in the past. I believe he said something like, "If my son were gay, it would kill me," or something like that. He said something to that effect. And this liberal media guy comes in and brings up the quote and asks if he stands by it, or if he wants to. What do you think they want from the liberal point of view? Do you think they want the mea culpa? I shouldn't have said that. The apology, or do you think they want the reaction that they just got?
They want the reaction. They want the division. They don't want the mea culpa. It doesn't buy them anything. The division does.
Right.
They can't sell the mea culpa.
So it's one of those rare.
Most people are going to say. Let me put it this way: do you think that the LGBTQXYZ class is going to go out there and say, "Oh, look, this guy is okay with it"? No. It doesn't fit the narrative. It doesn't fit their needs for a divisive narrative.
So it's one of those rare instances where we all get what we want. They get the reaction. We enjoy it. Everyone enjoys it, right? I mean, I guess, they might not enjoy it. They might not enjoy it, but they got what they were looking for, and we also enjoyed what they were looking for. So who says the left and right can't come together and unify?
The silly part is that they're looking for the divisive aspect of it, and the only ones that they are dividing is themselves from everybody else.
Yeah, that's quite profound, Tien. You're absolutely right.
And around the world, what he said is really true, and it's like, I don't care who you're doing it with, and I don't care keep it to yourself. Don't shove it down everybody else's throat. Don't seek, not even, they no longer seek acceptability. They seek the ability, let me put it this way. They seek people to celebrate it. If you watch the questions, and not just this one, but in general, they've gone, the whole movement has become what they used to ridicule. I have the conspiracy pyramid of 2021. It's online. It's interactive. And then the top one that's basically out of your mind is the trans agenda. That was 2021, and they were ridiculing it. We knew then there wasn't. That it's nothing. That the ridicule is the target, and now it's 2023, and we're seeing it. It went from, we need to have the rights to be able to deal with our partner just as we did with you guys do with your spouse. And now it's like, oh, no, we have to be able to own your children and tell them that they need to be able to put the same member they have into the other guy's rear end at 10 years old.
Yep.
That's no longer acceptability. It's now celebrated.
Yeah, it's celebrated and even being like forced and
Yes.
coerced on people, which is what's really gross, because they're pushing it into schools. They're putting it in these books that they're putting in the libraries, teaching kids about these things that they just don't need to be exposed to. If they find that stuff later in life and it floats their boat, by all means. But they're trying to create a movement by infecting the minds of children when they're most their minds are most malleable, and they basically like a mind virus. They get in there and they pervert the minds of kids that have no idea the effects that's going to have later in life on them. It's really, really fucked up. So I'm glad that there's at least a few people out there like Sean Strickland in the UFC here, who doesn't, you can tell he doesn't take himself too seriously, but he's a principled man with beliefs, and he's willing to go to war or put it out there, and he doesn't really care what people think of him. Now, having millions of dollars sure doesn't hurt. And that's
it doesn't help to be able to shield them off financially, yes.
Yeah,
but
no one wants to take away his livelihood for this or anything like that. But it's still
now when you have Dana White and others like that own the business, that's great. He can, because of the business he's in. I got the feeling that if he was in the NFL, it may be a different story, right? As an example, but going back to the agenda and the children, it's not just the aspect of getting them to be okay with it. It's also sexualizing those that are not.
True.
It's making those that are, by the time they're 12, 13, you now have, in essence, the whole point of, depends on what the definition of is. Bill Clinton, whether you thought of it as a ploy or whatever, he literally stated that oral sex wasn't sex. And now you have 13-year-old little girls giving head, not thinking twice about it.
You're right. It is a total perversion of our culture.
I'm sorry for saying it that crudely, but
no, but you're right. You're absolutely right. It is really denigrated our culture and society.
I'm being gracious at 13. It's lower than that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. The sexualization of children has been out of control, and it's not a new thing. It's been happening for quite a while. I got another clip here. So apparently he doubled down on these comments after some backlash. So let's take a look. I haven't seen this yet, but I bookmarked it without watching it. So we're gonna watch this together for the first time here. Take a listen.
Let's go. Let's go, dog. Let's go. But when have you ever seen a UFC champion, George St. Pierre, or anybody else stick up for you fucking guys? I fucking do it. I do it. I am not chasing the Chinese check mark of Nike. I don't give a about that. I care about you guys. I care about you guys being free. I care about you guys having freedom of speech. I give a fuck about you guys. And I'll tell you what, you guys are fucking awesome, and I cannot wait for me and this man to fucking go to war for you fucking guys.
I love it, man. He gets it. He's crude. He's blunt, but man, he absolutely gets it. I love it. I love when he calls out Nike too. I'm not chasing the Chinese check mark of Nike, he says, TN. I'm here for you guys. This is I think you're going to see more and more of this based athletes. And what you're going to see, I think, through that is new companies outside of the Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, the big guys, right? That would typically stay away from a person like Sean Strickland. I think it's going to bring an opportunity for based companies, like a Rise Attire, so to speak, something cut from that ilk, to get in there and have a sponsorship with a major, high profile athlete like this, and maybe kind of change the market landscape a little bit. That parallel economy, people like Sean Strickland could be really, really powerful ally for that parallel economy, that America First economy that we're hoping will continue to flourish here going forward. So I love that. I love the way he's continuing to say, I don't care about any of it. I don't care about the sponsorships, the PR, none of it. I'm here to fight. I'm here for my values, and I'm here for all of you out there who, that silent majority that, that's been shit on by this establishment Marxist movement. So anyway, do you have anything else you want to throw on that, TN?
Yeah, I just think that he's going to bring back and make Austin Powers Goldmember popular again.
the golden dick comment.
So I'm not gonna get a golden dick.
Now, do you want to hear some lefty meltdown over this? Because I saw this earlier and I was just laughing. I only watched like 45 seconds and I was just laughing at how cucked out and pathetic these guys are. Take a listen to,
if there isn't going to be a punitive
right here. This is I don't know who Dan LeBotard is, but or Stu Gotts, but these are the enemy, as Strickland would say. Take a listen to these guys.
That is bullshit that we allow that. It's bullshit. And we can't ignore it. And we should. If there isn't going to be a punitive measure, let's move on. Move the fuck on.
But there can't be a punitive measure, Mike, if the person in charge doesn't feel anything in the way of pressure. Like, there has to be the outrage and the reaction to it. Now, I understand that the reaction these days to the outrage is to simply say, you're too sensitive. You want to cancel me. This isn't freedom, you being outraged by every little thing. But this kind of speech is not a little thing.
He's wearing a T-shirt that says, women go back in the kitchen. Well, like, what are we doing? Like that's not, well, we haven't even touched on that. That's hatred of 40 years ago. We kind of got past that. And now we're just rehashing it because there has been a change. And it's the same people that asked for politics to be kept out of sports and have introduced this vile hatred into it while being platformed, while being legitimized, as the former president of the United States sits next to Dana White, the head of their company, at big marquee events. It's just, as it's on ESPN. I asked Jimmy Pitaro, what gonads are you going to show me in this instance? Because that pay-per-view is on ESPN+. That is on ESPN+. And I know Disney is an inclusive company. I worked for it. You say nothing? You know what? You were right, Dan. I'll walk it back. End of the segment. I have to change my mind on something. I'm glad you made us play that video. Because while the UFC isn't going to do anything about it, I would challenge ESPN to make a public statement on this. because that kind of hate is going over their airwaves. The Walt Disney Company. What are you, a chicken shit? That you allow this with impunity regularly, but it's never been this vile. The guy's wearing a t-shirt that says women belong in the kitchen, a gun in every hand. Disney's a family company. Hell, Disney's a company. Take family out of it. This is revolting. You have that guy's last name on a pay-per-view. At the very least, condemn it.
All I got out of that is he wants to see balls, and I'll lay you odds he's into cuckold movies.
It's so funny to me. It's like
I'm so outraged.
It's so funny, man, watching these people lose their mind.
Yep.
Like it cracks me up. Like, who cares? Like, who cares? The guy has a different opinion than you.
Well, and the only one that he went off on.
Well, like why
he went off on the media and for what they're doing, not the gays or the LGBTQ XYZ.
Yeah, and what kills me is like why do people like this feel like their opinion, their politics are the only acceptable one? Like, I can't believe he has a different opinion than me. How dare ESPN and Disney allow that to be expressed?
Because you just said it. We've been saying that they emote, they live on the emotion. That's where his value judgment is. How does it make me feel? That's the value.
Yeah, it's insane. It's wild.
Now, for example, you did the language warning up front because people don't, I kind of, the gratuitous use of the F word is bugs me too, right?
Yeah.
But because I think it can be better when you're doing it that way, it loses its value, right?
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion. So, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I chastise him for the opinion. It just, I happen to share most of his opinion in this particular case. Definitely the attack on the media, on the guy, because it is. Look, what happened all of a sudden? And I saw comments of people that know, and I've known gay. I worked in San Francisco, and not that matters, but I worked downtown San Francisco. I knew gay men and lesbian women. That's not what we're seeing. Those people wouldn't go for what we're seeing. They didn't go to the gay parade and shine their tallywhacker in front of little kids.
It's not homosexuality that any of us have a problem with. I don't want to speak for everybody. I don't know, but I don't have any problem with homosexuality. I think you do whatever makes you happy. I have a serious problem with grooming children.
Yes.
I have a serious problem with exposing children to these ideas well beyond or well before they even get to know themselves at all. Implanting these perversions in their head as 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-year-olds. Oh, even up to like it's just K through 12. There's just no place for this nonsense. None whatsoever. Especially not the way that they're doing it, right? So it's like I think that's where many of us in this movement, if you'll call it that, draw the line. It's not about some adults' sexual proclivities and what they're into. Do you like that's not a problem. It's when you start trying to institutionalize it, when you start putting it in front of children that don't know any better, when you're hiding the curriculum from the parents and you're taking these kids into these state schools and you're exposing them to things that I would say 85% of parents out there would absolutely be appalled if they knew what was going on. It's this idea of playing with your pronouns with kids and whatnot. that I think really is what rubs the people in our movement the wrong way. And then they take that as hatred, and then they try to paint the entire thing as, oh, you're just anti LGBTQ. It's like, no, that's
The
not what.
actions is not the
Yeah, it's
it's
yeah.
the old saying, hate the sin, not the sinner, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a comment in um, Energy Bear and Rumble put out the graduated from high school and sex education back then. Yeah, I remember sex education. They taught you the biological aspect of it, and it was mainly the consequence to teach you the consequences due to teenage pregnancy. That was running. I mean, I knew girls at seventh grade that got pregnant, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there was that, and then there's the teaching about the periods and things of that nature, the biological aspects of it, the facts. Now it's not that, and so for people to think that sex education back then, that sex education was around, it has been around for a while. Yeah, it has been around for a while, but it's truly not sex education. It was the biology. It's now how to have sex education.
Yep.
And not even traditional sex to boot.
Yeah.
And I think and this may be a far-fetched thought, but you know how we think about depopulation and all the efforts to control population?
Mm-hmm.
What better way do you have to control population if you all of a sudden have the self prohibition, loosely put, of X and Y merge? If men are doing men and women are doing women, they're not getting pregnant.
That's an interesting aspect of it too. I mean, I think there's definitely something to that for sure.
I mean, in the longer term, right? When you have the entire 2-3 generations, why are they teaching these kids that way? Not only the sexualizing them and all that from what we see in the sex trade and things like that, but a consequence of that, if they don't procreate, there's no population growth. So I don't know. It may be a far-fetched thought, but I don't know. At this stage of the game, how far-fetched is it when you see what they're doing, what they did with the mRNA tech and what they're doing with other things? If we believe they can do, and not to say as discrediting it, but if we believe they can do starting wars to kill off people, why not this?
Well, I think that, when it comes to depopulation, which we know is part of the overall agenda, Tien, I think they take a multi-pronged approach, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's just one thing. I think you go after the culture and society the way that you've seen happen. I think you go after the financials. You make it harder to afford a family at a young age. So people typically wait until they're more financially established. Which leads to a smaller population too. I mean, if you look at like my grandparents, they had 5 kids like by the time they were 30, like I'm hoping to maybe have one by the time I'm 45. Like it's funny. It's just funny how they come at you. That not funny, but there's definitely something to that. And then I already mentioned cultural and societal. And then you have, like you said, Tien, war is a big one. Then you have the food and the medicine, and then you have abortion, right? I mean, how many millions of children weren't born in this country because of the mass abortion mill operation that you have in every major city? You talk about Black Lives Matter and whatnot. I mean, more black babies have been snuffed out in the womb than any other race probably. But you have the abortion mill operation where you're reducing the population that way as well. So it's on all levels. They attack it from every which way. I don't think they're taking just one approach. I think they're finding many different ways to attack the same, what they consider to be a problem.
It makes perfect sense too, because you can't rely on a single tack.
Right.
That single tack isn't going to work everywhere.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't. It just came to me, and I'm sure it's not a novel thought, but that others have. I think Stardrops had said that. Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, and I agree. It's one of the facets of this multi population control approach.
Yep. Absolutely.
And look where, and I don't know all the studies, but where are the majority of the LGBTQXYZ community at large in general? Where are the concentrations? It's rhetorical because I don't know myself, but I'm saying from what I'm hearing, and maybe it's because what we're into, but what I see is predominantly, and that it may not be exclusive, but predominantly I see it in Western societies.
Yeah.
Right? So that fits the narrative too.
Yeah, it does. It really
Or
does.
the goal, I shouldn't say narrative, the goal, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because Western society is the biggest threat to the one world government control, the universal. Yeah. All right. I got some more stuff. We're gonna stay in the world of sports here.
The wide world of sports.
Yeah. So I want to two new head coaches, two new black head coaches with two different very looks on the world. We'll start first in New England with Jared Mayo and his thoughts on being the first black head coach in New England. Take a listen.
I do see color because I believe if you don't see color, you can't see racism. And whatever happens, black, white, disabled person, I've always, even someone with disabilities, I always, for the most part, people are like, when they're young, they kind of make the spot hot. Younger people know what that means. But what I would say is, no, I want you to be able to go up to those people and really understand those people. So it goes back to whatever it is, black, white, yellow, it really doesn't matter, but it does matter so we can try to fix a problem that we all know we have.
So he says, I do see color because if you don't see color, you can't see racism. All right, that's an interesting take. I disagree.
No,
but
if you do see color, you are seeing racism.
That's the way I look at it too. But again, that's his.
Well, you could see the thing is, if I may, it's not that you can acknowledge color, but if you see it, that's the difference.
Yeah, exactly.
I can acknowledge that you're showing, if you have a group of people out there and you're trying to point out the one black person in the group, what would you say? The black person.
Yeah. Right. I get what you're saying, Tien. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that's what he's saying. That's what I'm saying. That's acknowledging, not looking, saying, oh, I'm making a judgment because that's the black person in the group.
Right. Right. No, I get what you're saying. All right. And then here's Todd Bowles of, I guess, new Tampa Bay head coach. Here's what he has to say.
You and Mike Tomlin are two of the few black head coaches in the league. I wonder what your relationship is like with them and your thoughts on Steve Wilkes joining that fold.
I have a very good relationship with Tomlin. We don't look at what color we are when we coach against each other. We just know each other. I have a lot of very good white friends that coach in this league as well, and I don't think it's a big deal as far as us coaching against each other. I think it's normal. Wilkes got an opportunity to do a good job. Hopefully he does it. And we coach ball. We don't look at color.
But you also understand that representation matters too, right? And that when young aspiring coaches or even football players, they see you guys, they see someone that looks like them, maybe grew up like them, that has to mean something.
Well, when you say you see you guys and look like them and grow up like them, it means that we're oddballs to begin with. And I think the minute you guys stop making a big deal about it, everybody else will as well.
I mean, to me, that's the perfect answer.
Right.
The question in itself exacerbates the problem. It throws fuel on the fire. If there is a problem, it throws fuel on that fire that burns, right? So here he is just like, look, like just stop talking about it and people will stop focusing on it. Yeah, I'm black. Mike Tomlin's black. Steve Wilkes is black. We're all black, but we don't care. Like there's white coaches. We like them too. It doesn't matter. We're just here to do a job. All right. So here you have one guy who's like, I'm here because of my merits, because of my talent, my ability to command a room, my leadership skills, and because they think that I can successfully put a football team on the field. The other guy is, look at my immutable characteristics. The accomplishment isn't my merit, but it's the fact that I have this skin tone and I made it to this position. I don't know which guy you would want leading your room. I choose the latter. I'm sorry, the former or the second video we played, Todd Bowers. Yeah. Yeah. So it's interesting to me when you see these different people in similar situations and how they answer these questions. And you could tell which ones are completely based and get it, and which ones are, still kind of buy into that victimhood mentality mindset that's so freaking poisonous to these minority communities. And I don't think Jared Mayo, is that his name, from New England, if I got that right? I don't think he's necessarily a bad guy or maybe even really understands, but he's got in my opinion, him saying what he said does a lot more harm than good. It's not helpful. It's not inspiring. To me, it's continuing. He's telling black people that they're different. He's telling black people that, for you to get somewhere, there's something extra you have to accomplish. It throws more of that, like I said, victimhood mentality onto the community. Whereas the other guy, it's pronounced Bowles. Sorry. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of football, so I mess up their names sometimes. But to me, it does more harm when you take Mayo's tact versus Bowles' tact. I think Bowles handles it perfectly because his answer is, look, we're all just humans. It doesn't matter. Whereas
celebrate the adversity that individual and how they got to the position through their merits, not necessarily through their color of their skin or their gender or their disability or whatnot. Now, disability can be something because it's the adversity that comes with it. But in that respect, right?
Well, yeah, that's a great point, Ken, because let's listen to this again real fast.
I do see color because I believe if you don't see color, you can't see racism. And whatever happens, black, white, disabled person.
So that's interesting to me there, the way he said that, because he's saying black, white, disabled, right? As like, so he's putting being black,
compartmentalizing people already.
Well, that, and he's drawing a parallel between being black and disabled. Like being black is an automatic disability in this country of some sorts. It's something that holds you back and you know what I mean? Which I don't believe it's true anymore. And maybe black people have a different perspective, and maybe I shouldn't, be able to say that. I don't know. But to me, I feel like those days are past, and there's nothing systemic holding back African Americans, black people in our society anymore. I feel like we're past that as a country, and and I think Vivek said it really great in a video clip that we watched recently of him, where he said that we're so close to that vision that Martin Luther King had laid out. We're right on the cusp of it, and this establishment media is doing everything they can to knock us back 30, 40, 50 years from where we are right now, and I feel like this is the mindset that stops us from fully getting beyond it, right? Like, at what point do you let it go? At what point do you see yourself as equal? Because in my opinion, when you talk like Jared Mayo is here, he doesn't see everybody as equal. It's in his own head.
Because he's basically saying, I'm purposely looking at color.
Yeah.
I'm actively looking at color. And I understand what he means by saying, if you don't see color, you don't see racism. But what he doesn't see is by that statement alone, he's not necessarily being racist, but he's feeding into that mentality.
Yeah.
I mean, Ray, I guess he is being racist, but I don't mean in the hate that person because they're white or hate that person because they're black. That level of racism. I'm talking about the aspect of defining a person based on the color of their skin.
So Sergeant Peters says, "You're not black, 4 and 2 Productions. You can't speak on this. How dare you?" And he's saying that in jest, joking. Oh,
Yeah.
and honestly, I do feel like I have no idea, honestly, what it's like to be a black person in America. I don't, because I didn't grow up as a black person in America. So that's why I even kind of question whether or not it's for me to say, because I don't really know. But just the way I think about things is if I want to be seen as equal, I have to think of myself as equal. And as long as I frame everything through like black versus white, I'm always holding myself from actually being equal, if that makes sense.
Well, it goes with the I can't attitude.
Yeah. So I don't know if I did a good job articulating that or not, but that's where I'm coming from. So
I mean, you can't, none of us can, in my opinion, just like as a black person knowing what it was like to be a white person.
right.
Right. It's none of us can until you wear that, walk in those people's shoes, if you will, from an adage. But in reality, it also comes down to who they're being taught by and how they're being taught. Was there racism? Is there racism? Yes, it's worldwide. There's racism within a single black community, because if you look at it, if you go to Africa, and from what we've seen in Sierra Leone and in others, they're black on black. Why are they black and white? Oh, black on black. Oh, because they're a different tribe. Well, that's racism. It's not color-based racism, but it's racism.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, absolutely.
So, and a lot of it, and it's both sides. I mean, you mentioned the media. I do agree, the media. But I mean, look at the race hustlers that are out there, the Al Sharptons of the world,
Mm-hmm.
right? In particular, that he comes to mind. Look at the Joy Reids of the world. They're in front of the glass, and now you can call her media, I guess. But she's in the other side of the glass, constantly spewing her crap based on everything is based on color. And if anything is not to what she believes it should be, it's due to color.
Yep. That's the only
You know who just did that? Who just did that? Fannie Willis. Fannie Willis goes out there and does the Barack Obama cadence at a church, a Baptist church, pleading, and that the only reason that Wade is being picked on is because he's black.
Yeah, it's the shield that they hide behind.
Yeah.
And they're caught
That's
doing something
racism.
wrong.
That is racism right there.
Yeah, they're great at it. One more video here, and then we're gonna go ahead and break up the show into the second half. Go exclusively onto pilled.net. That link is in the Rumble description underneath the stream. So if you guys want to watch the second half of the broadcast today, featuring our great friends Ben and Tina Garrison of gurgraphics.com, make sure you jump on over to pilled.net. But first, I do want to play one more quick video since we're in the world of sports. This was kind of interesting too. This is, I think, NBC interviewing CJ Stroud after the game, and they cut out his comments thanking Jesus. Take a listen to this.
In your first NFL season and a record-setting performance for you, what does this moment mean?
I mean, it's been amazing being in this city for as short as I've been. But
first and foremost, I just want to give all glory and praise to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I mean, it's been amazing being
in your first NFL.
So they cut off him thanking his.
They edited it.
Yeah,
it's not just they cut it; they edited.
Yeah, they edited it out. And again, it's just we've seen this anti-Christian from the mainstream.
That's
for
the same thing, though. It goes to the same thing, Adel, because when you're looking at it that way, the Christianity aspect of love thy neighbor, do unto others as you do unto yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Treat others like you would treat yourself. Well, that doesn't see color.
Right.
You can't have that if you want people to see color. And look remember who told us They want you divided by race. They want you divided by ethnicity, but blah, 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 blah.
Yep. No, absolutely. Well, hey, we have to do the second half thing. So I'm going to play a quick video for you guys, and then we'll come back on the other side, say goodbye to the other platforms, and be going exclusively to pilled.net and welcoming up Ben and Tina Garrison of gergraphics.com. You don't want to miss the second half of today's show. So get on into the Comfy Bunker, pilled.net, the home of free speech.
Pilled.net is proud to host 412 Productions, exclusively on the true home of free speech. To continue watching the show, we are here to help you over to Pilled. If you're new to the platform, just click on the welcome link provided. It will then automatically walk you through signing up for your free account. If you already have a Pilled.net account, follow the link provided directing you straight to 412 Productions channel. We are excited to have you join the Pilled family, and if you have any questions at all, please email support@pilled.net. Enjoy the rest of 412 Productions on Pilled.net. Free speech lives here.
I almost did the mute thing again. We are back. Thank you guys again, everyone hanging out with us today for the second half of the show. It is time to turn off the other platform. So again, last chance to get on over to pilled.net to watch the second half. The link is in the Rumble description beneath the stream. Head on over. We'll see you guys over there. So let's turn these other ones off.